Sagittarius, these are going to be your guidance cards for the week of April 4th through April 10th of 2021. So energy of the week, you have number 53, Magician in the Mirror. So for those of you in a twin flame journey, this is very much a confirmation of that journey, and clearly that's the energy that you're going to be experiencing this week. For those of you not in a twin flame journey, this speaks about your personal power and your personal purpose here. The Magician in the Mirror talks about how you learn to awaken and how you learn to use your own powers with no care to like what others would think of you. So you wouldn't be concerned like if someone maybe didn't agree with your beliefs or something like that. And I feel like that is the energy that you would have this week, Sagittarius. And I did just recently learn, I talked about it in last week's video, that Sagittarius are highly psychic people. So that's why there's a lot of Sagittarius tarot readers. So I feel like this could potentially have something to do with someone who is like experiencing their psychic abilities and maybe worried that people would think it's weird or I don't know, not cool. Something like that. We are going to clarify your energy of the week. You have the 9th house. This is seeking. This can be about foreign travel, adventure, higher education. That's sticking out. Customs, faith, beliefs. Of course, all of that is sticking out. Pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, religion, gurus, risk-taking. So exactly what I just said. I feel like it's just someone who's like learning what their powers are, and maybe like their belief system is changing. So 9th house is about like travel, philosophy, like I said, your belief system. So I feel like that is what energy, like what is changing this week. I would recommend maybe looking to see like what planets you have in your 9th house, and that could potentially maybe tell you like what you're working with this week. Alright, Sagittarius, I feel like you have been on this spiritual quest, I mean, for weeks, months, and it just keeps going. Every time I think that like the judgment, the higher purpose flies out, every time I feel like you are starting to calm down, something else big and spiritual happens. I'm really not sure what this is just yet or where this is going, but I do feel like it's something very spiritual, something to do with your own personal spiritual powers, which is going to be pretty amazing. But let's see what challenge or obstacle that has to do with your personal powers. Okay, so you have the moon, and the moon is about like things that are unknown. It can be about your emotions, and it can be about, I would recommend Sagittarius to make sure to watch your moon sign video. If you don't know what your moon sign is, or you don't have your own personal birth chart, there's several different sites online. The most recent one that I have found is an app called Time Passage, which I completely love. Gives you so much information. But I definitely recommend everybody getting their own birth charts, because I feel like there's something about the moon and your powers. We did just have that big full moon on the 28th of March. And then we have the new moon in Aries. I believe it's going to be on the 12th or the 14th. I'm not sure of the date. But I feel like there's something with the moon that you're not understanding. That's why it's in your challenges or obstacle. But it's your powers have something to do with this moon. Alright, what lesson that you've already learned that can help you with that challenge or obstacle? You have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is something to do with like a young offer, a fresh offer. Cups are your love. Pages are offering something. They're offering their cup of love. But this is very young, immature, not at its fullest potential. And this is falling in your lessons already learned. So this tells me this already happened. So I feel like what's going to help you is if you've recently found like a new hobby, something that you like, but you really didn't like dig deep, like you didn't really dive in, you just kind of skimmed around the edges, that kind of thing. If this is a relationship, this could be this person is going to help you start to understand what these things are. So if you gave someone your cup of love, maybe very immaturely or very prematurely, like you weren't prepared, you weren't ready, something like that is what I'm picking up. Outcome, wow, again, so clearly meant to be your card. Judgment, higher purpose, that is very much my twin flame calling. So I felt that at the very beginning. So if you are in a twin flame relationship, definitely for you. But I feel like you hear your calling, you hear your purpose, you understand what it is you're supposed to do with these spiritual powers is what I'm getting. This is massive, massive. Alright, let's see if we can get you some guidance this week. This is Queen of the Moon Oracle. Discernment. Okay. So when you get to this moment this week where you feel like there's some sort of confusion with your powers, you're not understanding, it might go against like your belief system or like something, a way you've been raised. I feel like this is going to be like someone who's been using their powers but maybe didn't know what they were. I feel like they get some sort of information, some sort of weird feeling, something happens at the beginning of this week. Discernment talks about how it's important that you understand I feel like it's best sometimes just to read it straight out of the book. So it says, take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge wisely. There may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. That's exactly what is happening here. So I feel like whenever you start to feel like this, it could be emotional, intense emotions. But whatever this intenseness is going to be, I feel like it's going to be like unknown to you. You're gonna be confused, like you don't know what it is. I feel like you really just need to focus. Understand this is your power. It's your purpose. Like this is where you're headed. I definitely feel like I'm speaking to a twin flame. Like this is someone who I feel like their partner may be already awakened and they weren't quite awakened yet. And they did not hear the calling as maybe their partner heard the calling, and now they are hearing the calling. And I can just only imagine the massive amount of confusion. Creation, you wrote this. We choose to be twin flames. We choose to come down here and learn these lessons so that we can teach others by example. So creation just says that this is what you wrote. This is what you planned. So if you're going through a lot of difficulties right now where you're not understanding like what in the world is going on, just understand there is a higher purpose to this, and your soul knew exactly what it was doing when it wrote these plans. Alright, Sagittarius. We're going to end it with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. You have show the world the real you. It's the full moon in Aquarius. I feel like that's perfect. This is definitely for somebody who's been trying to like hide their powers or like their twin flame journey or something like this, because they were scared that the moon can be fear too. So they were scared that someone like who they're around, parents, something like that, wouldn't understand. Like it's different than what they grew up believing is what I'm getting. Alright, Sagittarius, you're going to have an interesting week. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if it feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe.